Guys, top of the screen, please, as you come in. Top of the screen. Top of the screen, guys. And that is my YouTube in the background. The link is in my bio. You can subscribe. And I'm also live on YouTube. We have a lot of good news. We not only have focus on the bad with the PNP, them we not really give them a clout where them a look. But what a way them beat Andre Stevenson nearly came back a country. And alive him. My bad. And the persons on YouTube I can top up as well. Andre Stevenson got a Westmoreland and him own people them nearly analyze him and take him to it. These people we are trying to help. But I'm glad PNP and them can't blame the labor rights. And the fact that Dwayne Vaz was in a rum bar when he should be assisting with the help, Dwayne Vaz was in a rum bar. And these are the people who out here trying to convince us that they really mean good for the people. But he was in a rum bar when he should be helping to organize and coordinate. So in Jamaica, we are battling two pandemics. Andre, we're battling two pandemics. We're battling the not pandemic, hurricane. We're battling Hurricane Melissa and we're battling Hurricane PNP. And it shouldn't have to be that way. We shouldn't be battling two disasters at once. And the PNP is the main one. They are the hindrance of progress in Jamaica. The PNP. PNP. I'm hearing reports that Jess is saying that She went to look for her entire community and she cannot find the community. What do you mean they cannot find the community? But these people do not know the constituencies because they are not from the constituencies. So they go in, they use money to buy vote and luring the people. And now when the people need them most, they don't know how to find them. They don't know where to turn because they meet the people at the crossroad or in the town, buy them vote, and they don't know where the little districts are in the constituency. And then they come and blame the government or want to blame the government. Guys, tap up the screen on TikTok, please, and on YouTube as well. That's all I'm asking for, taps, nothing else. And to think that Mark Golding, as the leader of the opposition, is the one out here leading the charge for the destruction in the country that they want to take place. And they're spreading lies and propagandas that, oh, bodies are piling up, but yet we can't see any videos of these bodies that are piling up. Women and children are getting assaulted, but we can't see any of these children and women that are being assaulted. And the police cannot confirm any reports of these assaults taking place. Because truth and in fact, it's not happening. The PNP is the one going around spreading mischief and propaganda, talking about how persons are being assaulted. They are lying. They are outright lying to create mayhem and fear on top of the distress that the people are already facing. The PNP is out here creating mayhem and fear on them. I see people calculating, talking about, oh, the $10 million cannot work. This $10 million is not to bring any mass relief to the people. It's immediate relief. So it's not to build back any 3-story house or anything like that. It's for temporary relief. And it can more than assist because many organizations are going into the communities and assisting. And an entire parish, Westmoreland alone as a parish is getting $30 million. And you want to tell me that that is not enough? That is more than enough. And these people who are in the crisis must understand the situation that they are in. It's not about luxury or comfort at this time. It is about bringing relief. But a lot of them, they are so gluttonous and greedy and selfish that they want chicken and oxtail and pork and fish. And they're not willing to share. Today I saw a video. They're even bringing it into the children. So we have a whole generation that is going to develop the same attributes that their parents have. Because why this young little boy, less than 10 years old, have one box of patty for himself, and the adults around him are laughing and giggling, not telling him, oh, we're in a crisis and you must learn to share. You alone can't even eat off one patty, but the little boy have one box himself. And these are the attributes that the adults are instilling in the children. Nobody wants to share. Nobody wants to be their brother's keeper. We got 400 generators from Belgium. And the Prime Minister says that he's going to loan them to the people. And people out here making a fuss. Oh, why you want to loan them? You got them for free. So next year, if an hurricane should come, we should go back to Belgium and beg 400 more generators? No, you are going to get them on a loan. And when it's done, and because this is not going to last forever, when all of this is over, the government collect them back, put them in a warehouse. So whatever disaster come, we are able to utilize them for the greater good of the country. It is not for anybody to harbor and put in their house and in their yard and to create business off. It is to bring temporary relief to the people. But because we are so selfish as a nation, we cannot see the bigger picture. We are for the moment and not for the future. We cannot see. We are not. Jamaica is not full of a lot of visionary people. A lot of visionary people does not live in Jamaica, and that is one of our biggest problems. As a per civil servants, Jamaica for Justice, and all these self-righteous organizations coming out now to say that the government was wrong in moving the ADPEM under the office of the Prime Minister and reassigning a new head to ADPEM. The Prime Minister is the Minister of Defense, for all who did not know. So ADPEM is rightfully under the office, or should be under the office of the Prime Minister. Nothing is wrong with that. The PNP, what the PNP wants is for the government to create all these committees. You see, when all these new committees form, you think they're working for free? The government have to pay them a salary. So the government is trying not to waste taxpayers' money in creating all these new committees and bringing all these new people on payroll by using civil servants who are already in the government getting a salary. There is no need to be creating 5 and 6 committees to do what? To talk? When you already have civil servants who can form these committees and do the work adequately and competently. But the PNP is looking ways for them and their friends to eat a food after the suffering, after the backs of Jamaican people. That is what they are doing. So when they hear coming about, form committees, they don't mean it with any good intention. The intention of the PNP is to form committees so that their friends in high places can go on these committees and they can benefit. That is the aim of the PNP and what they are doing. And we have to read between the lines. Everything that the PNP does, everything that Mark Golding and his syndicates does is of an ulterior motive. They are not doing it with the intention of the Jamaican people to get relief from their suffering. They are doing it to benefit, for personal gains, and to tear down the Prime Minister. The now new head of the ADPEM have over 25 years service in the government. So why would you carry somebody from outside? And these are the same persons when Andrew Honest brought in Nigel Clark. They were wondering, and some of them even did a cuss, where Andrew was getting this quiet man from, he don't know nothing. But we always tell them that Andrew Honest, Dr. Andrew Honest, played chess and not checkers. And he's a visionary leader, and everything that he does is so calculated. It is not for the moment. He's thinking for the future and the future generation, 5 and 6 years down the line. Unlike the PNP, who want instant gratification, and it's about the hype. They are not really for the people. Because when Andrew Honest brought in Nigel Clark, a lot of Jamaicans were talking down on him. And him too soft and him cannot. And look now, Nigel Clark is our best asset. Thanks to Dr. Andrew Holness for bringing in Nigel Clark. And he wasn't intimidated by the powers of Nigel Clark and what he had to offer to the people. Thanks also to Dwayne Smith, who was supposed to get that seat after his father stepped down and he said, all right, Andrew Holness want to bring in Nigel Clark and this is it. He stepped down and he allowed Nigel Clark to get that seat so he could become an MP and then later on become the Minister of Finance. But in the PNP, that could never happen. Everybody wants to be at the forefront. Nobody's willing to step to the back and be a runner or a player in the background for the greater good of the Jamaican people. Over the PNP appear tear down and bring down and fight. They are not visionary people. We have got, when Dr. Andrew Holness went to India last year, it was the same Jamaican people cussing when I got India for. And him not gone to India and now it is the Indians who are showing up at our doorstep. It is the Indians that are showing up and showing out for the Jamaican people. When the Prime Minister goes to these foreign countries, it is not to vacation and for leisure. It is to build relationships that will benefit the people of Jamaica. And it is showing today. When we have our Foreign Affairs Minister, Kamina Johnson-Smith, going at all these international meetings and sitting at tables and being diplomatic and courteous and not building enemies on ourselves, the payoff is showing today. India, Ecuador, Colombia, our vessels were stored in Colombia before the hurricane hit. As far as Colombia, a lot of y'all did not even know that the marine vessels were brought to Colombia to store away so that they didn't get damaged in Hurricane Melissa. And it is those same vessels that are bringing relief to the people. What if Andrew Holness had listened to Mark Golding and give money to the fishermen to secure our borders and didn't buy those vessels? What if Andrew Holness never buy them 6 helicopters there? Mark Golding wouldn't have nothing right now for a fight over say him want helicopter for himself. If Andrew Holness never buy them helicopter there and invest in the Jamaican people, but Mark Golding and his people, they are power hungry. They are after the money. And that is why Mark Golding was trying to encourage the government to stop paying down our debt and give away $40 billion out of the NIR. What if Andrew Holness did stop paying down the debt? You know what would have happened? Would have been more indebted today. And Andrew wouldn't have no money to pay all of those insurance. And we wouldn't have no insurance to draw down upon today. The economy would basically crash because we'd have given $40 billion out of our net international reserve. That is what is keeping the economy afloat right now. But Mark Golding and the idiotic baboons that he have walking behind him in the PNP, they don't know nothing. They don't make sense. The people of St. Elizabeth who vote out Delroy slowly. For Jessa now, Jessa tell her say she go look for her entire community and she cannot find the community. It's not fine. She cannot find the community. She don't know where to go because they don't know these communities. They don't know anywhere outside of the main. And it is the same thing for Dayton Campbell. Dayton Campbell wasn't in Westmoreland when that hurricane was happening. He was in Kingston. And as soon as he could go down there, see him video with house, I tell you, say, oh, my house got lie. No house not get much of a people house. Dayton Campbell is a businessman. Have over 14 plazas and business. Mark Golding have 2 companies that I'm sure of. Rerum that import food items into Jamaica. And him have a housing company where him and Peter Bunting are big shareholders, proven. And I don't hear Mark Golding talking about bringing relief and providing low-income houses for the people of Jamaica. But Mark Golding could invest 20 million US dollars into the Bahamas in low-income housing. And now when your people want you the most, you cannot show up for them. Mark Golding take on for idiot, because he can't take me for idiot. Mark Golding can't take me for idiot. Mark Golding take on for idiot. I have yet to see through the facade of Mark Golding. Because if Mark Golding now go down in constituency, go help people them put on back them roof. Why on the fees say Mark Golding now go down in Westman and go help them put on back on the roof? Mark Golding only wanted a video of helicopter to go to Westmoreland because I don't know the media people them there. I don't know the iPad them there. I don't know the TikTok them there. And I found out here ask people what them are doing because people now come on internet can show what them are doing. If you say them not do nothing. Why you need to video somebody in their lowest state and put camera on them face and say, oh yes, yeah, give them food. Man, you understand accountability. We don't have to put the camera up on them face and show them desperate moments. Show the items that you bought, yes. Maybe video them foot and them hand, but you don't need to open them face. Or not even ask the people them how them doing, because we don't really genuinely care. Or not even say, how are you? How you feel? You all right? Not just go there, give them a look of food and push on them face, put camera on them face and run gone. Because the intention is not on the people. It is on yourself for self-gratification and self-praise and to come on TikTok and boast. Oh, I bring food and I bring this to people. It is not really to help the people not do it genuinely. Or they're not doing it genuinely. You know what people out here help? I would never know. Because they are doing it genuinely from the bottom of their hearts. The for on out here is just a cloud chase, and for can get video, if you come post on TikTok, say, yeah, only did help. And then 2 years down the line, and can come say, oh, you know, me did bring food and send this back and give people. I'm going to bring food at Westman and go give people. That is only intention. What is going to happen in January and February and March and April and May? We not encourage the people them to start help themselves, because at some point the aid is going to cut off. At some point the help is going to dry up, and Belgium and France and America and Ecuador and all these countries, they are going to leave at some point. They are going to leave at some point, so the people cannot lay down and roll over and die. And we must bounce back as a country, and we have to do our part. So the people who are talking about, oh, them can't go work, push through it, you have to go work. And the people might encourage the children not to go to school. We lose so much time in our education system in COVID. And we saw the result of that. Children were behind and we weren't getting the required and desired results. And I only see one bash the government. And we'll just start get back on track with the students coming up to par and getting back up with their CXC passes and PEP passes. And the government say in areas where they are affected, they are going to put up tents and temporary housing for students to go back to school, and I see people are complaining. What are you complaining about? The students need to go back to school. Too much dunce people in Jamaica. Everybody are expert in a field, but they did not go to any school or get any formal training. Even the prime minister said him leave the work to the technocrats, to the expertise to advise him on what to do. But no for una have CHC, una have birth paper, una have TRN, una have nothing. And all of a sudden, una epidemiologists, una have infection control specialists, una doctor, una teacher, and una nurse. Where una get no qualification from? Where? What give you the right to be advising the government on how to bring relief to the people? And mind you, we not be insensitive to the people's struggle and their plight. We know that they need help. And we know that they need help like yesterday. But the areas have to be assessed and they have to understand the situation that they are in. It is not a one-shot thing. When everything dry up, when all of the air dry up, when all the countries gone back, and Andrew Wallace, as the Prime Minister, I forgot there for the people. I'm going to fix the roads, the hospital, the schools, the markets. So everybody, all of the artists I want to see, I go down a country with them truckload and them bus load. I don't think every day them I go down there. At one point, them are going to run out. I see for them a customer already on internet. I tell them, no, come on at them inbox because they not help you know. I want to ungrateful. I want to use to cuss them and I want to see one come and beg them. But yet still I want to cuss Andrew Honest and class him. And Andrew Honest would have never tell him to say don't call him name and don't beg him. But on the favorite artist them out here and this grace on social media running out of them inbox. And I tell them, say, don't come in them inbox. Come beg them nothing and then we help when them want for help and how them want for help. I mean, you don't want to OTI call on them, but you don't want to come tear on the Prime Minister. The same Prime Minister that will be here for the long run. The same Prime Minister that will be here for the long haul. He's not here for the short term. The Prime Minister, when everybody pack up and gone, when America gone and Ecuador gone and France gone and Belgium gone and Canada and England, it is Andrew Holness and I go see. We're not sure about Mark Golding and the PNP because we already see the fate of defeat. We already see the fate and we already see the defeat on them because everyone them over their ball. Them ready to give up. Them ready to put in the towel and run. Them Dwayne Valsabal, Ian Hills, Jessa Ball, Nikisha Burchell Ball, Dayton Campbell Ball. Them ready to throw in the towel and run left on as a people. And even sometimes, even them minute would have because someone is so ungrateful. People everyone tell people, oh no want a tin mackerel, oh no want a special cream, oh no allergic to tin food. And people are do them best, them utmost best and I try help. And someone is so ungrateful, and so gluttonous, and so greedy. I thought that Melissa would have come and change the mindset of a lot of people. Change the perspective of how to think and how to move. But it only makes someone worse. And when you look in the areas where the people them are run on the food truck and I drag out the things them for the van and I fight. And the PNP strong areas them. Because that's how them teach and program on the mind to behave like wild animals and barbaric. When they can't farm lines, when they can't evil And the Prime Minister said, even in your worst time, one thing you should maintain is your dignity and your pride. No make nobody video ya a run down food and a scrape up food off of the ground and a throw food gear like your dog or your goat. Even in your lowest moment, maintain your dignity and your pride. Una go on international media beg and a bad and a go on like una the worst. Not for only get help last year in a burial and only never make no use of the help only get in a burial. Only sell back the zinc them. Only sell back the lumber them. Then give no money up to $400,000 some want to get. I want to pocket the money and waste it to come post on people on social media. And these are the same people who the government are going to help again. And them same one are going to come ball so they never get no help. And the PNP and their syndicates are walking around in Jamaica spreading lies and mischief. Nobody now pile up because I know them can't show no video and a picture of nobody piling up. Them are buried bodies and then can't show no video and a picture of no bodies being buried. People are get sexually assaulted and them cannot show any body will get assaulted. Them can't show no police report. And if these communities are maroon and nobody can get to them, how do you know somebody's over there pile up? If these places are isolated and cut off from civilization, how do you know some people over there get essay? You know to lie. Because you don't want to do these things to get views and clickbait and I see some people who I know better, but because tearing down the government and talking against the government is where the views are. Can you see over here right now? One person I watch on YouTube and 14 person right here. So because this is not nobody not tear down the government and it is not negative. So the big crowd now go there right here. So but let me did over here cost bad word and I go on the most way. 500 people quick and fast. But my aim is not for views and clout. If I reach one person, my job is done. If one person get the message and can save from going down that rabbit hole with the PNP and these idiots like L.A. Lewis and one Kevin I carry them, my job is done. Jamaican people strive over negativity and sad news and bad news. The JDF is out here working. If you go on their social media page, up to the wee hours of this morning, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Finance was at the airport getting relief for the people, and those things are not carried by the media. They don't get pushed in the algorithm on social media because they are positive news and it will never go out. They don't want to know that yes, people are get assistance. Yes, the government is working, the JDF is working, the JCF is working, ALPEM is working, Ministry of Labor is working, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education. They don't want these positive news to go out on the media, but everything negative is trending. Everything about tear down is trending. That is what is trending on the media. Everything negative, everything tear down is trending. The mainstream media like the Glean and RJR, they are not carrying the facts that help is reaching people. I saw a video of Dwayne Vaz, the same Dwayne Vaz said them not narrow to people them. Where this organization said they have been in Westmoreland at the Petersfield High School, running up sometime to 18 hours a day, bringing relief to the people, and then this man go into the parliament and say the people them now get no relief. The people them now get no help, but yet still have organizations in these communities assisting people. assisting people up to 18 hours a day. And even some of the people who are going into communities to help, they're still trying to bring out this negative news and sad story. We must stop it. And guess what? Jamaican people are not fooled. So all who believe that plain politics and mind games and the real people on the ground, the people who feels it the most, know that they are getting help. Some of them, yes, even though them are getting help, them still are going to come out and say them are getting no help. But the majority, I still have faith in my country that the majority of the people have sense. It's just that the people with sense are not getting traction. And the people with sense are not that they're not so vocal. They don't have time for the baga and the tear down. They are busy rebuilding and fixing their lives. They are not rolling over and playing dead, waiting on the government to come and do everything for them. They are meeting the government and meeting people who are assisting them halfway. And that is the best way to do it. Meet the people halfway. Meet the people who are helping halfway. So it is easier on them. You cannot expect people to give everything. And someone who don't want to share, who have to learn to share. You have to know, say, right now, I no time for chicken and rice and oxtail. Right now, a tin food time, a survival time. Until better come. But you have to speak life over yourself that better is going to come. And better will come. And someone who have prayer. A prayer upon the downfall of the government and hoping that the government would fail. But if the government fail, all the way are going to go down. All the way in Kingston, St. Andrew, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland, who is not badly affected, what are we going to feel it now? Like what is happening in America, where government is on almost total shutdown. Teachers and doctors and nurses and aviation specialists, them hungry, them are crying, them can't pay them bills. Them are feel line up a food pantry. That is what some of you all want for Jamaica. Because for the last 2 years, the PNP, especially Peter Bunting, I can remember him as one of the main persons who were out here talking about Jamaica will be the next 80. When the election was won on September 3rd by the Jamaica Labour Party, a lot of you all Jamaicans in the diaspora, I want storm come down there and mash up down there. I want earthquake mash up down there. And see them now. The bad energy want to put out in the atmosphere, all in the name of politics. And here we are seeing the fruits. So we have to encourage the people to speak over themselves, speak life in the government, speak life in themselves, in their neighbor. Because if the government fails, we all fail. And if the government fails, you think Belgium are going to send them people come here? In our country where anarchy and no rules and all that. England now will send up. Spain send over 30 medical professionals along with a field hospital. You think if the country is in anarchy and there's no structure and the government fail, these people are going to risk the life of their citizens to come into this country? No, and that is why Haiti is is still suffering so badly, because there's no government structure. There's nobody to lead the cause. So nobody's willing to go in that much to risk their lives to help them. And that is what the PNP want for Jamaica. They're willing to cut off their nose to spite their faces. They're willing to Jamaica to go into complete anarchy and crash. As long as they are not the leader of the country and they are not the one with power. That is the aim of the PNP. And I wish some Jamaicans would just sit down and analyze what is taking place in this country. I wish some of us would be so truthful to ourselves. And we will realize that the PNP does not mean us as Jamaican people no good. It was Dr. Andrew Holness who brought us through COVID. When the world was failing. When Jamaica locked its borders and said no more. America was open. Canada was open. England was open. Jamaica was one of the first countries to lock its borders. When bodies were in trailers, the bodies were so much in New York City that they had to get the big 40-foot trailers and just throw people in it. Big mass grave, and that never happened in Jamaica in a COVID. I don't think 100 Jamaican citizens lost their life in COVID because the government was on top of the game. It is the same government that you guys are cussing. The same government who bring home hotel cruise ship workers and hotel workers and students in Ukraine. This is the same government who give a 40,000 a voter to taxi man. And give a 10,000 when we see Western Union and MoneyGram line. Or it long. And people collect money from government. Oh, and run another stimulus card that they used to call it. COVID money. Pay 20,000 and 10,000. Government worker get 40,000 and 10,000. And no matter how small it is, it help a gap. Because all I want used to line up in the long line, I'm going to collect on 10,000 and collect on a care package. And we all made it through COVID with the steady hands of Andrew Holness. It is the same Andrew Holness who is bringing down the murder rate in Jamaica all-time low. Andrew Holness have done so much. The man spent $40 billion per road project. The Sparks program was $40 billion. Reach, I think Reach was between 25 to 30, I'm not sure. The man built hospital, he built health center, police station, fire station, infirmaries were upgraded, and all of these have to go do back over again. And this is why when the Prime Minister says he's not in for the hype and the one bag of chatting him busy and meet with the technocrats and I discuss how we are going to go forward as a people, because guess what? The way we build, we cannot do it because it is not economically feasible to build the same way. So all these hospitals now forget slab roof and more money. The schools that were bored in like Westwood and St. Hilda's and York Castle, they have got to be concrete structure now. The roads have to go completely build. It's like you reconstruct a whole new country on the western side. Government buildings are demolished. Records are lost. Courthouse, staff record, criminal record, police station, all these things. So when I now come to about Andrew Holness now bring reprieve to the people that know. Who are going to bring reprieve to the people in 2026 and 2027 and 2028 when all of the hypers gone back to them life? Because no matter how you see some people are helped, they're not doing this forever. They have their own life to live. And they too shall move on. But Andrew Holness and the administration will be there and them will not go call upon. And so instead of out here tear them down, lift them up, encourage them, wish and hope for the best, because as me said before, if the government fails, dog name all of we suffer out here. The same PNP would have talked about the money now there. All of a sudden now, oh, the country is not bankrupt, the country is being managed good, so don't have money. But it was only before September 3rd I tell the people them say Andrew now manage the country good. Now I tell them say yes, Andrew manage the country good and him have whole heap of money. So pressure him making you no money. These are the same people who are crisscrossing. Them have two mouths. Them not mean Jamaican people no good. All they want is power. They are power hungry. The same PNP now we want poor people to send their money is the same PNP who stole their own campaign funds. So if Mark Golding and the PNP stole their own campaign funds and Peter Bunting and all of them, do you trust them with Jamaican money? Do you trust them with our purse? As Andrew Holness rightfully said in the election, and everything that the man said is coming to pass. The PNP is like some people who want to dance, go buy anything and wash them hand with champagne and not pay their rent. And when month end come, then can't pay landlord. They must fear hide under them bed from a landlord. That is the mentality of the PNP. Because if Andrew Holness did father Mark Golding, would have been indebted. We would have no money to rely upon. We would have no insurance to draw down on. Me and some people talk about the government never prepare. How do you prepare for a Category 5 hurricane? Nobody cannot prepare for a Category 5 hurricane. Entire warehouses in some part of the islands washed away with food and supplies. Nobody know the magnitude of disaster that a Category 5 hurricane will bring. You just have to prepare the best that you can and hope for the best. And after you come together, work together and try to bring relief to the people. But the people also have to want the best for themselves. Because you can't bring the donkey go well, but you can't force him to drink the water. A lot of people though, a lot of these people, they don't want nothing for themselves. They want to always be in the victim mentality. They want, no matter how much help them get, you will never hear about it. Because they want to come on TikTok and social media all the days of their life for the next 4 years and beg and bawl and say, see, let me also mash up and me not have nothing. I see some young man talking about this female. She go around for about 6 different lives and get help. And they are saying that it's so unfair because people help you and you go on 6 different lives and get 6 different help. Allow somebody else to get the help to them. Allow somebody else to get the help. But some of them so greedy. And as I said, they are selfish. They cannot see to be their brother's keeper. Yeah, you get damaged. A 2 sheet of zinc block for your house stop. Go look 2 zinc and nearly turn. No, you're not nearly turn. Because you have to wait till Andrew Holness come on your doorstep. But see a lot of them talk about when campaign time politicians go around. A lot of y'all don't even know these communities and where they are. A lot of y'all don't even know the name of some of these communities. Some of you don't know Kingston, you never pass Mandela Highway. You don't even know Spanish Town. If you come in Spanish Town, you last. Because all you know Kingston and Portmore, you don't know where else in Jamaica. You don't know the topography makeup of these places and the geographical makeup of these places. See one place in Manchester, water does rise up from underneath the ground. Cover house, more than 5 house cover already. No light can't go back there right now. The road inundated, cannot pass. So the government are going to find new and innovative way to reach to the people them on the other side. You don't think that disaster management a boy work? It's not a one-shot thing. It is a series of things that have to take place. And it has to be so coordinated that you don't create a disaster while that it has to be so coordinated that you don't create a disaster while managing another disaster. So someone want to talk about helicopter figure and also helicopter land. And again, when you have people in crisis, they are desperate, they are scared, they don't know what's next. They can become a danger to you, even though you are bringing help to them. It is the same thing like if somebody is drowning and you're trying to help them. That same person, even though you are trying to assist them, can turn around and drown you in the process. Not intentionally, but it's just the human nature and the survival instinct. So it's same like the people them in these places. They don't have shelter, don't have water, they don't have food. And you come in your big, pretty, nice car with 2 little tin of mackerel and 1 pound of rice, a flash camera in them face. What do you think is going to happen? Their survival instinct is going to start kicking. And they can become a danger to you. Mind you, when I talk about the gluttonous, greedy, unscrupulous, low life vermins them down the car, you still have them. Because in the midst of a disaster, them still out there. Because some of them are the thief before Melissa, them are thief during Melissa, and them are going to be thief after Melissa. Then the non-ambitious before Melissa, non-ambitious during Melissa, and I go non-ambitious after Melissa gone. So no matter what you do for some of these people, you will never get a thanks. You will never get a thanks. And it will come like nothing. It doesn't matter to them. Because they always want to be in the position of a victim. They always want to be a victim in the situation. That is their main outcome of this. To be a victim so them can come beg and always a beg. Some of them never used to work before Melissa. They now work during Melissa and they now go work after Melissa. They now go see say the time of being lazy and non-productive is not the way to go. They're not even going to try to be a handyman to cut grass or to clean up. They're not going to sit down and drink rum and boom. And special. Not trying to help themselves in no way, shape, or form. But some is just the truth. That's just the mentality of some of the people. And Jamaica will not move forward if the mentality of the people don't change. And they don't like to hear the truth. They don't like to hear the truth. They will never want to hear the truth. They would prefer to listen to people who tell them that they are victims and that they should remain being victims all the days of their life. But somebody who is encouraging them to do better and to do better for themselves, their family, and their community, them no want to hear that. Because Andrew owners get the whole heap of money and the whole heap of aid, so Andrew owners to feed me for the rest of my life. Make it make sense. Again, the crisis in America. In LA, when the fires were there, Donald Trump did not show up for the people. When the little girls died in Texas, Donald Trump did not show up. And the people them across the border that have come over, come help them. In functioning societies across the world, in England, America, and Canada, people don't depend on the government to give them food to eat. Yes, you are going to have dependence, right? Fine. But majority of the society have to work and pay their bills. They have to pay their taxes and contribute to society. That's why there's a thing in America called IRS and a ramp when it comes to them taxes. It's not like Jamaica where you have the people them who don't pay no tax. Oh, Jamaica, this someone have to pay no tax, I have to pay no light bill, I have to pay no water, I have to pay no internet, I can just live. Not in America. Not in England, not in Belgium, not in France, not in Canada. And these society where you see them have good schools and roads and hospital is because everybody plays their part. Even the man myself on the street of paying taxes. In Singapore and Switzerland, these people are functioning adults who contribute to their society. But in Jamaica, everybody want to be poor and everybody want to be the victim. Nobody want to do what are you doing to advance the welfare of the whole human race? Are you working diligently and creatively? No. Someone would never work for day on a ban. If we should listen to the national anthem or read the words of the national anthem, we will see how we are supposed to operate as a society. The pledge that we say, and the national anthem that we recite is a guide on how we should act as a society and as citizens. But as Jamaicans, we do not know our national song. We do not know our national pledge. We do not know our national emblems. We just out here live because we don't matter. No, that's not how we live. That's not how we should live as human beings in a functioning society. Everybody have a role to play. I hear the Prime Minister said that the slack in our agriculture sector it will have to be picked up by farmers in St. Thomas and St. Catherine and Clarendon and St. Mary and Portland. We can't just say, oh, St. Elizabeth and Trelawney mash up and another mash up, so we're going to just stay out here and not eat. No. We have to go resort to backyard farming now. We have to go play with parts. But you can't tell some people that. They might wait for Andrew Owners to come put 2 little pepper seed in a ground in a them yard. They are not willing to do anything to help themselves or help their neighbor. Guys, please stop up the screen, and to the persons who don't follow me yet on YouTube, that is my YouTube. We can click the link in my bio. I have 2 persons watching me on YouTube. Hi. Can tap the screen. But them go away for Andrew to do everything. Like we see how it really ever go. Because that's not how it works. The Philippines just have a typhoon. And the winds were more powerful than that of Melissa. And I don't see nobody from the Philippines on the internet cussing and crying and bawling and tearing down their government. The national anthem says, Eternal Father, bless our land. And you have people out here curse the country, wishing for hurricane and earthquakes and disasters and for us to become like 80. Crazy. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. But these are the same people who will go to L.A. Lewis. They go dig up skull from out of the graveyard and go blow with the rum and say them a work up and get read up. These are the same people, the same citizens. This is the anthem that they should be singing. Grant us true wisdom from above. And Jamaican people, majority of us, we have nothing in wisdom. It is so sad. Justice, truth be ours forever. We have some very lied people in our society. We lie, we tell lie and spread rumors and fearmonger for no reason. Yes, the Filipinos are great people. After the typhoon, they come together and start to clean up the country. They don't wait on the government to tell them what to do and how to do and when to move. It's a Jamaica land we love. How much of us as a people love Jamaica? Guys, stop up the screen. They're reporting my live. It's just 31 of us over here, and they're reporting the live. For what reason? Because factual information is being spread. And this is what they always do. Once you have somebody speaking factual information, no cussing now go on over here, no tear down now go on. These are the platform that people try to take down. But make me the over here cuss up no ends up bad than I go on and I degrade myself. But I have about 300 viewers and nobody would not try to report the live. Crazy. The national anthem go on to say, teach us true respect for all. We don't even have respect for ourselves. So how we ever respect all? Crazy. Star response to duty's call. Strengthen us, the weak, to cherish. You know what that means? In a time of crisis in our country, we must find some good night, Oshin. We must find the strength in us. Duty's call, nation. Our nation is depending upon us, our neighbors, our families. So we must find the strength. We can't lay down and roll over and open for somebody to come save us. We have to rise to the occasion. And you have some weak jellyback man out there in a society will sit down. Them not even be the leaders in them community. Them not try knock two both together. Them not help the elderly and the young and the vulnerable. Them just sit down and dig out them and miggle. And I drink rum and boom and Pepsi. And I wait for Andrew when to come put on, but them all stop. Give us vision lest we perish. And aren't we seeing it? Aren't we seeing with our very eyes that our nation people are perishing because they lack vision? Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father, grant true wisdom from above. Before we call upon God, we have served two masters. We are talking about L.A. Lewis, an emperor. And him a call upon the ancestors. Which ancestors? A one true and living God, and him named Jesus. One, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Still I see in a grave and him bone white and rotten. A one rose from the grave. And a Jesus. So I don't understand Jamaican people who say they are so Christian-minded, but them out here serve two masters. I grow up in a hide and I call down witchcraft. I want make disaster take you land. Because God upset with you. Pay foolish you know out here do. And I read some book and not even know what I read say. And I call down some demon spirit and I let go some things in the atmosphere on our crosses. And some of them sorry, medicine never take on no. Because we not serve no purpose. So as I'm saying, if we the people live by our national anthem and our national pledge, we cannot go wrong. But as I said before, most Jamaicans do not know what are the lyrics of the national anthem. We don't know what is in the national pledge. So we don't know how to operate. We are not proud Jamaicans. And when the Prime Minister said to us that you can ban here, but you not be a Jamaican, it is so true. But it fly over enough on our head. The national pledge says, before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body in the service of my fellow citizens. Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body in the service of my fellow citizens. Me say it, if we follow the national anthem and the pledge, we cannot go wrong. Because you have able-bodied men in our communities who can help cut tree and move a board or do something, and them just sit down and wait for the prime minister to come help. Some of us, we have a mind, we know the right, and before we use the knowledge that we have and educate the people and help them uplift themselves, we use it and dumb them down and tell them foolishness and play a mind game upon them. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. Hey, Shika. Brotherhood and peace. So if we don't the pledge, we don't try to rob the people, then we bring reprieve to Uno and I bring help. To work honestly. So we know, so we get help 3 times from morning. Tell the people them say, no, so we get help already. Be honest. Somebody down the road, me know one old lady, me know one pregnant mother when I get no help yet. So go and go help them because me get help already. No for Uno not doing that. Because you're not greedy, you're not dishonest, you're not gluttonous, you're not craving. It's time that we do better as a people. And we have to look. Michael Jackson, we have to start with the man in the mirror. We have to ask ourselves, what can we do? What can I do to advance in the welfare of my country? To live in Jamaica better than I came and saw it for the future generation to come. Uno literally place, uno nasty. People along the country are fight over zinc. As me said before, some people will get it and some people will never get it. And it doesn't make any sense to sit down and waste time with the people that they will never get it. Just try to reach the people that you can reach. And some of us out here, we don't have to play hero trying to help nobody. You're helping the little ways that you can. So if you can only go to help clean up, that's what you can do. If you can't help to buy something, that's what you can do. But you have to also remember that you have your own life to live. And the people that you help can't help you. So you have to ensure that you're good. And that is what I told myself. I sit down. Because I sit down and talk to myself. Sometimes people maybe think I'm mad. But I sit down and talk to myself. And I reason out things logically to myself. And I say, if you not good, because one point I stop eat. I saw the hurricane that affect me. I want to see the suffering and the people, them, my brothers and my fellow Jamaicans. Me couldn't eat, me never have no appetite. And I have to sit down and I have to tell myself, say, if you are not well, you cannot help them. And then me see some people, I was one of those persons who were judging persons. I said, oh, them still go about them daily business and them like nothing happen. But mentally, we don't know what, when them lock away in that local room by themselves, what them I go through mentally. I'm going to tell myself, say you have to be compassionate and think about it. Because if you are going through, me as a vocal person, if me feel away, me can call somebody and say, doesn't me feel sad, I have people me can talk to, them may not have nobody to talk to. So diving in work or doing their regular routine is all they have to save them from going mad. I must see people say, oh, people are going to celebrate Christmas. Some people, that's the only way they know how to cope, is to continue doing the routines and do the things that they normally do. Because if them ever shift their mind and go focus on the disaster, lick them chip and then just gone. They have to take care of themselves because in a sense, you overdulge yourself for these ungrateful people. It doesn't make you sense you overindulge yourself for some of these ungrateful people. Because some of them not even thank some will tell you. So that's why if you're not doing it from a willing place and a genuine place, not do it. Because when you go down there and not tell you thanks, you're going to feel upset. You're going to feel angry and you'll come back and bash them or them ungrateful. So you have to do it genuinely. It's not going to work out. But we have to do better as a people, and the people who know what to do and how to do it, and the ones who know what is right. Some of us, we have to step to the forefront. When we alone out here on a hill, I speak the truth and I encourage the people them to do what they must do and do the best that they can do and do the right thing. We have to make that decision. We have to step away from the popularity. We have to be the change. Somebody have to make that step in doing the right thing. Because you have people out here, them know the right thing, but because them want to be a part of the cool crowd. Them out here chat be a foolishness, them do be a foolishness, and them encourage people to do foolishness, and them know within themselves that is not what they should be doing. It's like some people who follow bad company, them know the right thing, but them just do it because of the cool thing and the in thing. And if you're not bash the government and tell lie, you're not get no views. Again, 33 people over here, one person on YouTube. Sometimes the highest YouTube go to a 4. Because no bashing now go on over here, no cussing now go on over here, so no tear down now go on over here. So. But as me say, my mission is if I even reach one person, that is enough. One soul saved from going down the rabbit hole of the foolishness where take place in Jamaica. And truth and facts always will speak over here, so. Because the truth is an insult, but it ain't no sin. We have to do better as a people. Everybody still talk about government and politicians. And it is important to choose the people who you want to lead you and ensure that you will choose competent leaders. Because the mistake that a lot of these people, we know them sorry, made on September 3rd, it is showing Dwayne Vaz, Dayton Campbell, Ian Eels, the one that called herself the Queen of the South. Yes, it is showing that these people are incompetent. They are not qualified for the position. But when you vote them in the name of color, and then you expect the Prime Minister, who also have a constituency, to neglect in Prime Ministership and in Prime Ministerial duties, and neglect him MP duties for theme constituency of voting in, for come run Dayton Campbell constituency and Ian's constituency and Nikisha Birchall constituency and Jess constituency. All the 35 members of parliament from the Jamaica Labour Party, all of our constituency, and I don't see none of them coming here balling and talk about the people that not get help and they don't know what to do. They're out here making the first step. Partnershiping with private persons, using the resources that the government give to them to bring relief to the people. But all of the 28 members of parliament from the PNP are ball. Some of them then constituency don't get no farmer extensive damage, but they are still complaining. In parliament, why the 28 have to set up an attack, not waste time. And when they tell themselves to ask questions and not statements, idiot them out upon social media talk about people are bullying. because they don't know the rules of the parliament, because they feel like the same way them behave buttish, pan them conference stage, them can go into the parliament with the same behavior. No, they cannot. When they go into the parliament, they have to say, Mr. Prime Minister, Madam President. They have to wait to be acknowledged. Them can't speak out of terms. Them have to follow the rules and regulations. Them only can behave barbaric outside of the parliament and give the impression that they're going to go into the parliament and turn up things and run it how they want. No, they cannot. And I would wish a lot of Jamaicans would get educated in our government system, how government works, how the parliament operate. The parliament is like a big meeting. I have rules and regulations and our meeting is conducted. And they have to be followed. But a lot of y'all don't even know that. That there's an old book on how to conduct meetings. If someone want to watch Geography Channel and Weather Channel, all these things want to see it would be so surprising to now come on the internet and say, oh, a man-made. When cable was a thing, if you watch National Geography and National Weather Channel, all these things, some disasters that take place in some places of the world, we don't even know about. And these people don't blame anyone. They don't curse their government. They know that is how Mother Nature is. And they operate as such. The same dull culture that some of us endorse. And it come on a bite, we know. The artists, some of the out here talk about, oh, they don't have any social responsibility to anyone. Yes, you do. Because it we see a turn round, and we know. The Christians, JLP activists, who say them are Christians and believe in a God, out here say a man have more power than God to create a storm. And they are the same ones who are going to go on the pulpit or preach. The same ones who are going to go wear them spiky and go in a church, go shout hallelujah. But on a man, on a God, them a prayer man, praise a man. So I'm not expect no better from them because they have no sense. Where do we draw the line? At some point, we have to draw the line and get serious. But no, everybody wants to be cool and want to be a part of the it crowd. Nobody no want to stand up for what's right again. We have to do better as a people. Guys, I'm going to go on the road tomorrow to get some stuff. I have a busy day ahead of me. We're going to country on Sunday. So I'm going to end in a few. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube. The live is over there. And I will be posting other videos and stuff like that on it. But my last message is to be kind, to be compassionate, to be understanding, and to be patient. And instead of we are tear down the government, we try to uplift them. We try to pray them because they are human beings. The same people, them out here, we are bad and talk about people, are bully them. We not bully the government officials. We not call them out of their name. We not accuse them of being thieves. I will never see them thieves, not yet. We not tear them down. So seem like how we have mental health issues. And I feel like say them can have mental health issues as well. Seem like how we feel sad. And I feel like them can have them sad as well. Them lose house, them lose property, them lose family. Them lose friends in this disaster and not alone. So while we don't want people out here to be compassionate towards them, we don't be compassionate towards other people. Because we are so self-centered. It is all about me. The other night I was on a live and the woman come up and she accused Andrew is a thief. So I said to her, Miss, You do not know the man. You don't have any facts that this man thief anything from you. If somebody accuse you of being a thief, would you go back and help them? No. Somebody say, oh no, tear on the premise and tear on him wife, him mother, him children. But him wanna still a try lean pan and a call pan for help. Because nobody now call Mark Golding up to this day. Me not see one video nobody a call Mark Golding. All the time job. And I'm like, that is so crazy. And if me if you say me say no say a thief, oh me not thief, you don't know nothing about me, me not thief. But you don't know nothing about this man. You only know him is the prime minister of the country. You don't even live in Jamaica. You never foreign, never vote for him. But you want to come on the internet, come talk and accuse the man of being a thief. Lisa Anna is a true patriarch. Although sometimes she sidetrack and have to put her in her place. But deep down, she know when to draw the line and cut off politics because she know better. Lisa Anna is also coming from the belly of the JLP. So deep down, she know what to do and she know what's right. So nothing that Lisa Anna is doing surprise me because Lisa Anna is really and truly come from the belly of the JLP. She know the right thing. So she not gonna ever follow Mark Golding. That is why she resign and leave the PNP because them too covetous, bad mind and gluttonous over there. So and tear down and them not like woman over PNP. Uno Steve start call on the political leaders, on the MPs and the councillors. There's 235 divisions in Jamaica. Oh, Andrew wanna sell alone. I'm gonna reach 235 divisions. Each with over 2,000 or 3,000 people. These people are getting your tax-paying dollars and them want to call upon. So I want to even talk about not call upon politician. We don't need to call upon politician. Voter aptitude in Jamaica is less than 40%. Less than 40% of the society voted in the last election. No, for we not talk about not vote and we will never vote, but you're still the first thing we not call upon politician. And I'm not encourage people not to vote. We don't have sense. We don't have no sense. In everything that you do a government, the government determine the type of roads you drive on, the security in your country, your healthcare, your education, your local government, meaning your fire station, your market, your garbage collection. It is the government that you choose and decide. That result in the outcome of these things. But when you make foolish decisions at the polls, and you decide to stay away from the polls, then you come and blame the people them. Say, oh, them not do nothing, and I wouldn't have the most talk. Somehow wouldn't make sense. Anyways, guys, my battery is at 5%. So big up on yourself. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube. And this live is also on YouTube, so you can tell a friend to go over and watch it so they can get the factual information. And people, please to follow the government website and their official pages for factual information and stop getting the news from TikTok only. Because then everybody on TikTok are giving factual information. Some of them only put out things to get clickbait and rage bait, you know. Anyways, big up on yourself. Later. So YouTube, thanks for the persons who passed through 1 hour and 24 minutes. That was a good live. I know my quality of my video on YouTube is not so good because I'm using a webcam, but it will only get better from here, right? It's just the message right now that we are trying to spread. The positive message, the education, and wanting better for Jamaica people. And again, Jamaica, we will rise. We will rise from the ashes like a phoenix. We just have to put hands and heart together and come together and work together as a people for the betterment of our country. God bless Jamaica. We are a God bless nation. We are people who are resilient. We lick about we tell our out of many one people. Jamaica will rise again. So to all the people out here who are plotting and hoping that Jamaica fails. It will never happen. We are a world leader. As little as how we are on the map, we are a world leader. We influence that we carry, the influence that we carry across the world in all across the globe, in all sectors, in every country, in every crevice, and every corner. It is felt, and the world is going to show up for Jamaica. But first, we have to show up for ourselves. We have to first show up for ourselves so that the world can show up for us. Pick up on yourself, YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. One good upon the app, right? Yeah.